Here we are, Lake Muskoka in the winter. This is actually the second project I've done for this client. They purchased this piece of property with views to Lake Muskoka, and after a little bit of back and forth, decided to build their retirement dream home. It took about 3 years going back and forth on the plans to get the right size. They have a lot of family in the west coast of Canada. So people are coming up here and they're not coming up for lunch, they're coming up overnight. So it was that balance. How do you have spaces that are great for hosting yet feel intimate? So there was a lot of, back and forth on the planning on that regard. I designed the cottage so that it would function for all 4 seasons. There's a lightness for summer and an airiness, and then there's also those stronger textural materials. The front door itself is just a beautiful custom piece in the warm wood and the sight line. So when you're opening those doors, you're seeing straight through to the lake. So right away your shoulders go down. Where you really see the seasonality is in the finishes that you see in this home. So we had to have hardwood flooring that was going to not show the sand and the beach, and wanting to pull in those textural materials so that there wasn't a lot of upkeep. She really wanted finishes that did not require pampering. This had to be a home that people felt comfortable in from the moment they walked in the door. Where the kitchen is placed in the plans was very strategic because we're looking at connecting to the Four Seasons room and to the mudroom and to the servery. My clients are entertaining people from out of town all the time. So it was really key that the kitchen was linked to those spaces. There's glass uppers that sit on the countertop either side of that beautiful window. And that's just to create that sense of lightness with that beautiful sight line. And what I love most about this kitchen, I think, is the countertops. They really steal the show when you look at it. I mean, the millwork's beautiful, but that's a quartzite that has blues and grays and creams, and it's so forgiving. Yeah, the kitchen island is large, and I did the countertop in black granite. The husband is the primary cook, and he said, I don't want to be worrying about babying anything. So that's a honed granite that is fantastic for holding up. So that dark coloration grounds the island and reduces the sense of the scale of the piece. So you're having that perimeter lightness and that classic soft white kitchen in a face frame. And then you're having the island in the black. And then we have that wonderful baker's pantry that's tucked off the kitchen. That was something from the get-go that she wanted. It was her own space, close the doors, which are vintage, and be able to bake a batch of cookies and be undisturbed.
Thanks for watching. This house tour is presented by Thermador.
How's this for an appliance spec? 30-inch column refrigeration, 30-inch column freezer, double dishwashers, a microwave drawer, an induction cooktop, double refrigerator drawers, a steam oven, a convection oven, a warming drawer, and double beverage refrigeration. The Thermador Freedom induction cooktop offers the largest cooking surface in its class. And get this, it has a move mode technology. So when you move your pot across this surface, the heat automatically transfers with it. So awesome. Running late, they have power boost technology, which increases the power by 50%. So you're not waiting forever to warm up your chili or your stews or to boil water. For passionate cooks like my clients, there was no substitute other than this 30-inch Thermador steam oven. It has the largest capacity for a 30-inch steam oven on the market. Just look at all the trays. Add to this 17 heating modes and 50 steam settings. So you're gonna have that tender on the inside and crispy on the outside. The speed convection system offers the setting with no preheating needed. So if you're running late, you can throw frozen food in here and it's gonna be ready in no time. And the best part, no door slam with this soft close technology. Since 1916, for over 100 years, Thermador have been delivering unparalleled craftsmanship built into every product that they offer. Thermador introduced Canadians to the cooktop, rolled out steam and convection ovens, and opened the door to personalization with column refrigeration in 2006. The criteria for this kitchen design incorporate 13 high-functioning appliances, but don't make it look like an appliance showroom. Make it warm and traditional with seamless integration. In the great room, the fireplace steals the show. Well, they wanted an intimacy that's tough to achieve when you're open to a second story. How do you do that? How do you bring things down? How do you have it feel warm in a winter month? So the Canadian granite and the wood on the ceiling, the beams, that detailing creates that warmth. Big comfy sofas, that was the mandate. They're over 8 feet. Leather chairs, durable, will look good as they age. A carpet that has a vintage feel to it, low pile and cozy, yet practical. The wood was used strategically around the great room window and door enclosure. And the reason was it was quite austere, so high with the black. It was used strategically to warm up the space and to unify it so that it just felt like you were looking through really one window. So coming from a vaulted ceiling, how do you create some intimacy and some warmth in the dining room? So I created a drywall coffer and then decided to leave these beams in the white drywall. It's that yin-yang, that balance of wood and white, light and dark. There's a casual seating area adjacent to the dining room so that, when you're finished dinner or you're coming in, you can sit down, you can have a drink, and it's just a gorgeous sight line. That's really the prime spot in the whole house to take in the views of the property. When you come in the front door, the closet is tucked away with the powder room and then the entry to the office, which is also linked to the great room. That's a beautiful sight line. So when my client is sitting at her desk working, she's looking right at Lake Muskoka and that fireplace. It's a little jewel box. That's what I think of powder rooms. Textural, grass cloth, and the vanity is brand new, but you would never know it. The mill worker did an amazing job of creating a distressed finish. Again, just wanting it to feel like it always belonged. The Four Seasons room gets tons of traffic in the summer. The floors are heated in the winter, but the focus then shifts back to the great room. The mudroom connects to the garage. So when you're coming in with groceries, you're coming through the servery, you're right into the kitchen. The servery is fantastic, and that's done in black oak. So again, you're having the strength of oak in the black stain, so it's not going to chip. You really see the usage of the cottage reflected in the materials. Very durable. So you'll see we brought in exterior flagstone and concrete in the form of a herringbone tile. So when you're snowshoeing and you're coming in, it's not limiting, and they don't show anything. Really highly functional materials. What I love most about this home is that it's big enough for entertaining. It has all the amenities that you want for entertaining, but it has an intimacy to it. It has a warmth to it, which is tricky to achieve when you have a home of this scale, and it really reflects my homeowners.